What's up, everybody? This is the Dre and Shannon Show, the podcast where we tell you how we feel and you just have to listen. I don't know what that is. That's like an intro that just came to my head for no reason.
It sounds like you're forcing them to listen to us, and just know you're not being forced to do anything, but we would definitely appreciate your support.
You're not being forced by Dre, but you are being forced by me. So anyway,
I don't know about that. I'm sure that makes a lot of people uncomfortable.
I'm always uncomfortable anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh.
It's fine.
I want to tell everyone here, before we started recording, I was telling Shannon that he looks a little bit sad today. So I might make remarks being like, oh, you sound like you're a little bit hurt, sounds like you need some sunlight. So just, in case we get to that point, he looks like a sad boy. So
I'm a sad boy. Okay, fine. I admit it. I'm a sad boy. Can we get past it? I'm gonna enjoy my smoothie, my coffee, and my water.
I'm not prepared like that.
So listen, some of us came prepared in other ways, and some of us came prepared in other ways. So it's fine.
Wow, that felt like shade. Thank you.
I felt like shade earlier when you told me I wasn't prepared. But anyways, back to the ranch.
The ranch.
Meanwhile, back at the Temple of Doom. What's up with you? How was your week? What happened? What's popping? Like, I'm trying to remember where we left off last week, but I can't remember, so it doesn't matter. So,
I guess last week I was going on a trip. Let's not talk about it. But I remember saying something along the lines of, I have to go because someone's waiting for me. So let's completely ignore last week and just come back around. I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit weird. The time's a little bit weird. I start school next week, so I'm pretty nervous about that.
Middle school, right? You're in middle school?
Yeah, sixth grade treated me pretty well, but I think it's time to move on to better things. So definitely think, I'm looking to be
seventh grade is your year.
Yeah, I saw that there was a lot of electives for me to choose from. So I am so excited. So excited. I have a cute backpack that I'm going to take from my bed to my couch because we're online. So yeah.
But that's okay. You can do all the things you do in seventh grade online. I mean, when I was in seventh grade back in 84, like it was all on the projector, it came in on a school bus, like it was a whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, the only thing I actually have to worry about is finding my charger every morning. I do let my girlfriend use it because it's like the power block charges her phone quicker for some reason, and so she thinks it's totally okay to charge her phone with a whole MacBook charger. So I'm like, okay, just don't let it burn. And every so often, where's the block, babe? Where's the block? And then this was last week. I was charging my laptop with her phone charger because I couldn't find the power block anywhere. And I was like, fine, I'll just go buy a new one. And it's literally $75 for just the power block, not the cable. And I was like pretty annoyed. And she was like, just do it. And I was like, no, we're not rich. So I desperately one day found it. So
it's amazing that you're in seventh grade and you're already so independent. Like you're living with your girlfriend, that's amazing.
Yeah, I definitely think that sixth grade was a very challenging year for me. Coming from, being at school full time and being able to hang out with my friends, and now I don't have friends. I have a lot of phone calls. So, I gave up my friends.
It explains why you're doing your hair that way too. That's such a seventh grade look, and it's very, it's new. It's a new thing.
It's a new thing.
I love it. Yeah, it's great.
I don't know, but I'm about to shave my head off. Go Brittany.
Don't do that. Don't do that, please.
I don't know.
I know that makes you want to do it more, but please don't.
It's just like everyone wants to be. No, I want to bring this up. I don't know how to bring this up without, dinging my own bells. But I like ever since I was a young child, so like last year, I've noticed
Right.
that a lot of people look at me. Like yesterday we went to the 99-cent store, not that exciting. You know, I was wearing
The what store?
the 99-cent store.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
It's like a dollar store, but you know,
Okay.
I don't know if it's just
A cent less.
oh, cent less. I'm sorry.
You're saving that 1% right there. Come on
Well,
now.
I mean, it's
Dollar
definitely
store. Well, you shop at the dollar store? Whoa, big pockets.
but we were in the line and we were minding our own business, and there was this guy with his full-on wife, and then I think he like went like this, like I don't know if his neck was twitching or something, but he looked at me maybe like 6 times during the 2-minute checkout process, and he was on the opposite side of me, so he kept like looking at me, and I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, I sometimes kind of want to like, you know, just
It's so hard to be you. People just look at you. Wow.
it's just like it's
No,
sometimes
it's annoying. It's annoying. It is annoying. I know what you mean. Like it's like you're literally just trying to breathe and exist, and people are like, it's like okay,
they're like
like
preying on you. Like when we were
crazy.
here, our neighbor, he started following me and like trying to take selfies with me in my car, or like just trying to wait for me so we could walk up together. And I was like, fuck no. So then we fought him.
Got a little beat down action.
He did bring us
Let's in case it comes in court, you allegedly fought him. Allegedly.
oh no, I was not a fight. My girlfriend went over and was like, hey, calm down. And actually his son answered the door, and he was like he was annoyed, but he kind of made it seem like this has happened before. And that was the night that he brought us a cheesecake from the cheesecake factory. And we were like, nah, because this is some brujeria, and we were not trying to eat it. So
Some
they
witchcraft, man.
so now
No,
we're
nada, not nada.
it's we have giant windows, so it's
No,
weird.
gracias.
No thanks. So
No, no thanks.
how about you?
That's crazy. Good. Just in acting class, killing it. I'm trying to not killing it, not like killing it. But it's great. I forgot what I was gonna say. There was something I was gonna say, but it's fine. Acting class is great. It's awesome. Improv has been great and awesome. Just learning stuff. I was gonna say something, but it's gone. So I think maybe we should open it up to a video. Now, we could play a video that I found first, since I feel like yours has a more of a build up. Oh, freaking okay. So y'all.
Oh, okay.
Most of y'all know this.
Okay.
I didn't. Public service announcement for those of you who don't have a brain. Don't eat food at 7-Eleven ever. Yes. We're not going to get into graphic details, but I went to the 7-Eleven last night. I had improv comedy. And before I walked in there, I was like, I'm feeling a bit famished. And right next to the improv comedy building, it's an apartment, is a 7-Eleven. And I was like, you know what? I can trust a 7-Eleven. No?
Wow.
No. Grabbed a coffee. Great. Grabbed a Quest bar, which is wrapped and under the name of Quest, so I'm sure that was fine. And then I decided to grab a chicken bacon ranch wrap from the cold tray next to the tuna. Yeah, next to the tuna salad and the regular salad. And I thought, this looks good for $3.99. So I grabbed it. I ate it. It was okay. Went to bed last night. I woke up at 3 a.m. I thought I had COVID because I was like, yeah, because my stomach was hurting so bad. It was so, but for me, because I'm so anxious, I think everything's COVID. Like I stubbed my toe hurts. I'm like, I think it's COVID.
Oh, really?
Like it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. But I legit was like, what the freak is going on? I was repenting for my sins on the porcelain throne is what I'll say. I literally had to sleep. Or not sleep, but I went into the bathroom with a blanket and a pillow and laid on the bathroom floor for a bit because every time I would lay down, I'd have to get back up and go out there. Now, listen, this was number 2, not number 3.
At least
so we're good. It was like I had a laser beam. It was like, and it would be one time, and then I would go lay down, and then I'd go up and be one laser, and then it'd be done. I know this is gross. This is so bad, but hey, listen, I'm just letting y'all know. Don't let that be a lesson to you. Don't ever, 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 ever. I may not ever go to a 7-Eleven again, let alone get their food.
Really? Wow.
It was so, Dre, it was so bad. I legit was like, I thought I had the flu. I was like, I have the flu. I'm sick.
You know, I don't know if this will make you feel any better, but when I was in middle school still, let's go back to middle school. I went to the doctor's office and I was like, hey, why is my tummy hurting? And it's been years, you know, since I came up to this situation. And I don't really like the doctor. It like kind of freaks me out. So
yeah, like most people.
Yeah, you know, I pulled up and I was like, hey girl, you know, touch my belly. And I had 4 ulcers in my stomach. Yeah. So, you know, I started taking stuff for it, but, you know, as a child, I was like, I'm free. So some kid once, apparently, like, a lot of respect to his father, his dad passed away from stomach cancer that developed from ulcers. And this happened during the time that we met, and he was trying to seduce me over that. He was like trying to be like super supportive, and like he was pulling up and he was like, hey, you know, like you know, we don't have cancer, and like we literally like made an appointment to kiss, and it was so awkward. And then anyways, he ended up with,
you felt you went through it. You wanted to kiss him.
yeah, I was into it. We were trying to make out in the hallways.
You were like, ooh, this is morbid, but like so hot.
I was like, I'm, you know, and we were in the same anatomy class together, so of course we were nerds. And we got to go to this field trip to go see a dead body, and only like the top.
That could be me.
You know, like this is so awkward, but like only the top 50 students got to go, and the, you know, the line would move.
Okay.
Drop out. So then he comes up to me and he's like, hey, so I heard you didn't make it. And I was like, uh-huh. And he's like, I'll drop out for you any day. So this little kid was trying to drop out and not go to the field trip so I could go. And then I was like, no, you know, don't do that. So then I got mad at him. And anyways, I saw him with his ex. And then the fucking day of the field trip, he pulls up and he sits right next to me. And I was like, oh, liar. So yeah, so that's why I didn't date him. He was weird, too much.
Where is he now? Oh, you maybe don't say if you don't.
Well, I think he goes to the same school as me, or graduated last year. I haven't talked to him since then. So that was him. He had a very weird Hispanic name. I don't really want to say it, but like
don't say it.
But think of like the weirdest Hispanic name you could ever think about, and that was his name. And he was like a cute little Hispanic boy, but that was it. He was too emotional for me. I was
That's
like,
okay. When we're kids, it's so dumb what we do. I remember. I haven't thought about this story in a long time. I remember there was I won't say her name because she's still, yeah. But and I still admire her to this day. Not like in a crush way, because she's married and all that stuff. But like she's what? What was that?
I was trying to like fake air kiss. I had a friend that we were doing that to each other, and so then it just got really bad.
I used to do that too.
And then I'm like, so yeah, you can continue.
It's really not that long of a story, but so anyway, so at the time, so I had this crush on this girl. I still admire her. She's a good person. I don't think she remembers this, but in middle school, I went to middle school in freaking Podunk, Ocala. Anyway, and I had this crush on her, and what do? Because I love music, and I thought that she would like this song that I had. Like I was gonna send her this song. And I was in middle school, and a big show at the time was Viva La Bam / like anything Bam Margera. So there's this band called Him. I don't know if you know Him, Him. That was like really kind of popular because of Viva La Bam. That was the only reason. They had this song called Rip Out the Wings of a Butterfly for Your Soul. Anyway, that wasn't the song. I sent this song to her like I had to be through Facebook Messenger or something, and I was like,
Oh.
"Here's this song. I thought you'd really like it," and she left me on scene, and then, or she was like, "Oh, thanks," but in my mind, I'm like, "This is gonna seal the deal. Like, I'm gonna get a date out of this if I just send her this song that reminds me of her." I think it was Vampire Hearts or something like that by him. I would play it, but we'd probably get flagged. But oh my god, the stupidest things. We would just do the stupidest things. It's just, I remember my good buddy Aaron. We haven't talked in a long time, but there's so many people that I thought were way funnier than me back in the day, and I still think are funnier than me, that do nothing related to comedy or theater. And it's like, you guys would kill it, you just don't know. But me and like, you find the stupidest things funny, and I've always heard from comedians that this era, like the middle school, beginning of high school era, is like the funniest. We would literally just scream across the field as he would walk to school. It would be like the slogan for Honey Bunches of Oats. I'd be like, "1 spoonful," and he would go, "It's all it takes." Why would you scream that? It's so stupid.
Oh my god.
1 spoonful is all it takes. Oh my god. Just oh my god, the gut busting laughter. I don't miss some of it. But the Honey Bunches of Oats, like that's so dumb, but it's so funny. Like, why that?
Do you think you were popular when you were in middle school, high school?
I don't think so at all. I think I think about this all the time because I feel like I was a floater. I kind of like hung out with everybody. I was not popular though. I wasn't like, "Oh my god, there's Shannon." Like, never. Because I'm kind of a fat kid, but like I was always the fat kid. So I never really fit into one group. You know what I mean?
That's how I was. Like,
Yeah.
I went to the white elementary school, so I was automatically friends with the white kids. And then I went to like a primarily Hispanic high school, and then all the kids were together, but I knew them all. So then it was weird because I was like, I can't hang out with the popular kids. That's weird. Like, that's not my crowd. So I knew everyone, but literally like my last year, because I literally, like, this is weird. I graduated and now I'm on, online school. So I haven't really had the opportunity to make friends in school. And like, I guess that was also something that I wanted to ask you. Like, how was your college experience? Like,
So let me say that all throughout high school, I was a little more popular, but only because I really came into my own as being funny. Like, I was definitely known in the school, but I would not have considered myself popular by any means. I went to community college first, and so the theater program, I really just did I didn't get a theater degree. I almost finished a theater degree because I transferred, and there were credits that I needed for a theater degree after my AA that I didn't need from a BFA, and I'm like, I'm not gonna waste it. I'm not gonna waste the money. Because people are really only going to look at the BFA. They're not going to look at if you have a BFA, they're not going to look at the AA anyway. So I also just didn't really want to work, but that's another story. But in community college, the theater program was so underfunded, and so like anything like the arts, the theater, the music, all that was so underfunded, as it always is.
of course.
That like I was popular amongst them, but like definitely not the community college. And then UArts was where I went to university. And I guess you could say I was popular, but it was different because it was such a cool environment that there wasn't really like a popular or not popular. Like we were kind of like a mini family. And I know this sounds super freaking cliche. But I wouldn't say I was popular, but I was definitely the kid, and I still am a kid, but like the kid that did not do his work, the kid that did not apply himself at all. I do not recommend being like me at all throughout any of that experience. I was such a terrible student. So bad. Like I was actually talking to and forgive me if I'm rambling, but I was talking to a buddy of mine who I'm in improv with, and I was just talking about how I totally because I'm doing more acting classes and improv and stuff. And like, I totally get why the professors would get so frustrated, because the professors at UArts are also working in the field. Like if they're teach acting, they're usually acting in the field, or they have it anyways. Like one of my favorite acting professors, she also was in a theater company. Yeah. So they are at the forefront of telling you what's going on, And so I was talking to my buddy, and I said, I totally get why they would be so frustrated, because it's this like precious thing, and they're letting me, this kid, like not like be stupid and just like fuck it up and not apply myself, especially since I am so talented. And like I know you do. I know you are like similar in that way. Like I feel like a lot of times, I know you have a lot of talent too. So not that you don't apply yourself. That's not what I'm saying. But like I'm forgetting what I'm saying. But but you get what I mean. Like I understood why they would get frustrated, because it's like this is precious thing, and it's not that I didn't view it as precious, but I did not appreciate what I had, and that like irks me to this day. And it was only a couple years ago. But also like I have to use it as opposed to just letting it irk me. Like, do you feel like, I think you'll have no problem making friends. Do you feel like you have a hard time making friends? Do you feel like you keep to yourself, or what?
So I've definitely always been the mature friend. So I was definitely always ahead of the time, maybe 2 years older than everyone. So since I was always a floater, like at some point it just became like I couldn't even be at school without, like I was alone, like I couldn't, sit there during lunch. So I would show up earlier so I could leave during lunch. And that's when I started working. And I started working as a 17-year-old in a pharmacy. Everyone was at least 15 years older than me.
Right.
And there was like 8 other coworkers that now I had to get along. And I was the first like high school student they hired. And everyone was amazed with me. And that's where I found my girlfriend. So it's just like I was always encouraged to think, older and be more independent, especially because, as a gay person, you have to be independent,
And
especially.
a minority. I was gonna bring this up, but I didn't want to like jump on that. But I was gonna say, especially as a minority,
And
me a white straight cis man, I could be a child my whole life, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, anyways, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
But I definitely agree with you about school. Like, I love school. I definitely consider myself a nerd, but I think that I've learned how to get A's out of the teachers, how to manipulate the system rather than do it the old-fashioned way, sitting there and learning. Like,
Taking notes.
it's, I do it, but let's say instead of taking a note, I just screenshot it, you know? So I feel like I gained more knowledge by being in the field. Like when I was working at a pharmacy, I recently quit because I was getting discriminated. So like working in the pharmacy, I was with them for like almost 4 years, and I had
Wow,
benefits. I was full-time. I literally had
pardon
insurance.
the noise in the background, y'all, if y'all can hear it.
So it was a lot of fun, but it was just like taking over my life. I'm trying to start a business. I was also in school, and I was just like, fuck it, let me try it, let me quit. So, I'm finally at the point where I have the time to go back and be a better student, a student that gets the A, but
So
no
important, so important.
content.
Yeah, so important.
It's ridiculous. Like you have no idea how many
Yeah.
how many different ways I've seen my classmates and my friends cheat. Like I'm just like, whoa, like how does nobody know this?
It's crazy. Well, let's I mean, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Let's move on to some videos. What do we say? Like move on to lighthearted stuff? What's our time at?
We have 11 minutes left.
Yeah, let's move on to the videos. How does that sound? Okay. Full disclosure, I said it earlier. Dre is more prepared than
Wait, what's going on?
anything in the drive, which we have. What's going on? You losing me?
You got laggy. Just repeat it.
It's okay. It's what happens. I know. I was saying, let's just move on to the videos. I said full disclosure. Dre was more prepared than I was in the drive where we do our stuff. You had put all your stuff in there, and I did not. So I did find a video before we started. But it is so much fun to do this with you. I have to tell you. So I'm going to leave it up to you. Do you want to do? Let's see. Let me pull it up.
What videos do you got? Because I only have one.
That's okay. BuzzFeed. Oh, okay. I see a BuzzFeed thing here. Is that like something you want to do, or is that not enough time?
Yeah, not enough time. We'll do
We
one.
can do. There's a couple stories here that we skipped over. All right, so we'll do. I'll show my video.
Nice.
And I'm gonna set it up. So I'm gonna set it up, being that I didn't have anything. So I literally found this video within like 10 seconds. I haven't seen it yet either, so I don't know what is in it, but it looks interesting. And we're just gonna go for it. Hold on, let me pull it up here. Stop. And stop. So I'm gonna have this. That's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna have you narrate it the best you can for those that are listening without listening without video. Just listening. Words. Okay. All right. Let me the camera on here.
Oh, there you go.
All right. There we go. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is sick.
That's it? Wow.
Hold on. Whoa! No.
What the fuck?
Did you see that was his arm? Hold on, that was his arm. Hold on, wait a minute. That was his arm. I don't know why this video was 20 seconds long. It could have just been this right here, but hold on, y'all. That's his.
Oh, so let me go ahead and narrate this for everyone here.
Oh, right. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Do you want me to play it again, or just tell them what happened? What happened?
Okay, so you get this point of view shot of this guy in this very fancy, like, what type of car is that? I don't really know.
It's like a I don't know. It's like a high-end go-kart. I forget what they're called. They're like used around the farm. They got like springs and shocks. They're for off-road. They got like an open
they're like
air.
the ones that you rent when you go to
Anyways, yeah. Say again.
It's like the ones that you rent when you go to the sand dunes.
Yes. Like a dune buggy. Yeah.
So this guy is going down the street, and there's a lot of curves, but he's turning stupidly for some reason, like braking and going. And then it just keeps going. You get different shots of the car doing stupid stuff, and it comes down to this very sharp curve. And the car goes ahead and opens very wide. However, it begins to tip over, and the driver goes ahead and puts their hand out to try to just, stop the whole car with their hand. So they fall over with their hand out the window, and that's it. So we don't know what else happened.
It stops right there. Oh my god. Why would you stick your arm out like you're gonna stop the car? If that's actually a classic. So I don't know if you know this, but when you're driving, or especially if you're doing like driving like this, like what they teach you is to always just hold on to the wheel, no matter what. So, because your instinct is to do that. Your instinct is to, like, when you fall over, that's what happens to some people. When they don't break, the only reason they broke an arm was because they tried to break their fall. Like, if they had just fallen like this, they might not have broken their arm. So that happens no matter what you're doing, because for a long time humans didn't have cars, so that's still an instinct. And so the instinct is to, like, put your arm out, but you need to do, like, same thing. You need to keep your arms there. That's why there's a roll cage there. The roll cage will get you. You're good. But if you stick your arm out and it flips over on it like it does like that, because there's no window, you can just put his arm through the door.
Oh my god.
All right, I want to watch it one more time. But it's not the whole thing. I don't know why it's freaking 30 seconds long. All right, it's going to go right to the end here. All right, yeah, he just comes to this curve.
Oh,
take it back.
You're like correct.
You could definitely kind of see it right towards the end. It rolls right on it. This is amazing. Sorry, everybody. This is amazing. Also, by the way, like I was saying before, if there's sound, they're doing construction right behind me. They're building an apartment, so I apologize in advance. But yeah, so that's what I found in 10 seconds. What a banger.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So
Wow.
talk to me. I see twerk out. I thought I saw twerk workout. Is
Oh,
that going?
yeah, but I was trying to show you a TikTok that got deleted.
Okay, is it not loading?
No, I think it got deleted because it was very hurtful. It was pretty much it was like this girl sitting down and she was at some funeral and she was recording a video of everyone putting the casket into the ground and then it breaks. So the casket falls. And everyone's like, ah, and they just like all jump in the hole and try to find. Yeah.
That's like the video. That's terrible. I'm not me to laugh. That's like the video that I tried to find, but they deleted it too. It was a crocodile, and these people were taking with pictures with this crocodile, and then the old grandma goes up next to it. And I'm like, what? First of all, no one should do this. Then the grandma does it, and the last thing you see right before the video ends is she like goes down really close, and then she's about to leave. They took the picture, and the crocodile goes on her head, and obviously an alligator like it doesn't like smash it. It just like holds it, so it's like worse. And then it just ends, and you're like, what did you expect to happen? Can we talk about? Okay, so I have an idea. What do we have? Like 5 minutes, 6 minutes left?
We have 4 minutes.
Perfect. Can we talk about the Bernie memes? Okay, they're everywhere. My opinion. I'm just gonna say my opinion because I won't shut up. I like it. I think it's funny. I'm over it though. Like it's so overdone now. Like I think it's funny, but like it's Dre, it's everywhere.
Did you
Like
hear about his mittens though? Did you hear where he got them from?
no, what happened?
So some lady comes out and then she's like, oh, no, we were at a school and Bernie gave me his mittens because I was walking home and I was cold. So I got emotional and then knitted him 10 pairs. So when he pulled up and I saw there were my mittens, I was so emotional. So yeah, some lady knitted
So those are his knitted. See, listen.
So my mom.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Bernie, and like we don't want to get political, but I feel like I love him, but I feel like we would destroy him. I feel like America would like I don't know. There's a whole thing. Let's not get into it. Let's not get into it then.
Yeah,
Like
you know.
it's too
Cute,
touchy.
it's
But
a fantasy, but nah.
you what?
It's a fantasy, but nah. You know.
I know. Listen, I'm sure we're on the same page. So honestly, yeah, I'm just the me. Like, okay, like it's funny, but like if you see it everywhere, like you might laugh at it. You might think it's funny still. What do you think? Do you think it's still funny? Like, come on, like you can tell me.
I think like I like when the backgrounds are targeted towards me. You know, if it's like in a Mexican store, then I'm like, oh, that's funny. You know, so like you know, like if it's related to me somehow, then I'll find it funny. But if he's in Antarctica, I'm like, this is the third one I've seen today. You know, so I think the context matters.
I just had an idea because I was like tienda because you said store. I was like, what if I learn like a Spanish word of the day? What if like a Spanish word of the day that I learned, but it's not like
A Spanish word of the day.
like
Okay.
tienda. What if it's like way or something like that?
Wait.
Don't listen. You can totally say no, and I apologize in advance if this like offends you or anybody.
Oh.
Like we don't have to. You don't have to do it at all. But like I thought it would be. I just had this thought.
I'll give you one of my favorite words. Maybe you could use this word to seduce someone. So
Things I would never do. Who, Alex?
You could say te quiero.
Órale, güey, right? No,
I'm like, don't sound like an uncle because a lot of people are gonna be pissed off.
no mames.
No, like quiero apapacharte.
Quiero apapacharte.
Yeah. So it's kind of like cuddling, but not really cuddling. It's just like you can't really describe the word in one English word, but it's like a very like soft, calming type of word. Like you want to touch and be with the person, but you don't want to be on top.
It's like something a serial killer would say.
I think so. So just be careful how you use that word. Make sure that it's not in the dark.
Okay, so quiero is like I want to or I want, right? But what's apapacharte? How do you spell that? Because I'm saying cha, but it might be J. Is it J?
No, it's CHA.
Oh, okay. So I'm probably saying it right. Okay.
Yeah, you're saying it right.
All right, relax. Tranquilo, gringo. Tranquilo.
Tranquilo.
Tranquilito.
We should do a whole podcast where it's, Spanish.
And it would just be you talking because I'm out after like the first 30 seconds.
Oh, no.
No, but I'm getting better. Okay, so quiero apapacharte. Yes. Brilliant. Is that a wrap? Is that a wrap? Thank you all for listening to the Dre and Shannon Show. We really appreciate it. That's what happened. Next week, my mom will be on.
Oh, the tea.
Because she responded to a couple of the videos we had from the first podcast, and I neglected to call her. So that will be on next week. Stay tuned. We're gonna keep doing these as long as we enjoy doing them, and as long as we get at least one listener. So hey, it is what it is.
It is.
Anything else? Anything else you wanted to say? Do you have any tour dates? Or you want to have any tour dates you're announcing?
Any tour dates right now? I'm definitely gonna be making a full tour to the kitchen. We might detour later to pet my cat, but just wear a mask, be safe, hand sanitizer.
What about are you gonna issue refunds for the people when you canceled tours during COVID?
No.
Or are you just gonna postpone those dates? Are you gonna postpone them to the bathroom, or what do you mean? How are you gonna do?
No, I was thinking of doing like a virtual set. I'll set a camera in one room and perform from the other room. So
that works.
Nobody can actually see me, just a camera.
But sometimes that's what people need. It's a tough time.
It is a tough time, but
we're gonna get through it.
Oh, this is such a sad episode.
No, it is such a sad episode. Thank you, 7th grader.
Oh, all right, you guys.
All right.
Peace out. Bye.